Hi guys, today we're gonna be playing in this lovely gentleman tank. It is the Object 752. This tank, um, it's probably the easiest tank to play from all the loot box war tanks, let's say, that Wargaming introduced this year. Due to the fact that it has some really strong armor in the front, it has a turret which is pretty strong as well, and you can kind of hide your hit points by just doing this, by raising the PP, like some other people like to say. And yeah, you can just play decently aggressive with this one, at least if you do manage to get the shots in. The Oho shouldn't really be able to pen me that easily. I think he's using a stock kind of gun as well. So I'm not really that concerned about him. Oh, come on, seriously? No. And the guy actually managed to hit me for once. Managed to hit my cupolas right now. I think I'm gonna just stay in this position though. Try and wiggle my tank upwards. So try and make it as hard of a target as possible for this Ohoho. Now he might just reconsider his life choices at this point. And as you see over here, the tank is pretty capable of bouncing in this kind of a position. So unless the enemies do use some really accurate guns, this is an actually usable position. Now the Oho doesn't really want to get shot at, which is understandable. I'm gonna just stay over here for now. I did eliminate this guy over here. I can't really fall back, mate. I'm sorry about that, but that's not gonna happen. And now the guy actually starts firing some HE because he's a bit desperate. Problem is I can't really spot him effectively, which is a bummer. If I do manage to reload once again without getting killed by that Isu over here, I should be able to eliminate the tiger over here. Maybe also the Oho. Okay, I think this is the moment that I need to push. Okay, this guy actually made a mistake. And I just left him some really low HP. That guy does have a pretty nice gun, which isn't the greatest thing ever, and I think he does know how to actually shoot me, which is another not great thing over here. Yeah, so this guy is actually firing some HE. So this battle is definitely lost. There's nothing I can do about it. It would be ironic to be killed by the tiger, but at the same time it might be a fitting end to this game. Yeah, the ice is coming towards me right now. So the one thing I do want to do is fire this guy. Freaking fast. And then the oh got me. So, you saw the good, the bad and the ugly in this tank. The good is the armor and the gun. The bad is the gun, because it doesn't have any kind of DPM over here. So, this is gonna be a loss. Now let's see how this lovely gentleman just killed. And yeah, it was a valiant attempt by the E75, but yeah. Well, he actually survived, which is surprising. So the Object 7, the Object 752, it's a tank in which you can do actually high calibers, despite the fact that the DPM is pretty horrendous over here. As long as you pen your shots and yeah, don't really mind too much, or get into positions where the RT can't get you, and you also aren't getting flanked. Hopefully your team is going to be at least semi-competent as well, because otherwise you can't really do too much, and if you're top tier, then you have a really good chance of dominating the field. If unfortunately, or if the team that you're playing with isn't that great, then you're gonna struggle in the tank. So even with the high caliber over here, due to the fact that I was firing against lower tier opponents, and due to the fact that it was a defeat, this was only enough for Mastery Badge class 3. It's a tier 9 tank that can do some decent things, but it won't really win games too fast, so I think it's a balanced tank. It has quite a large number of HP. The third armor is incredibly strong over here. It's basically impenetrable. Over here, the problem is with these cheeks. If you manage to hide those cheeks, the cupolas on top, then that's okay. The lower plate is pretty strong actually. It won't get penned unless you fire some high caliber rounds, and then the shape of the tank makes it a bit harder for enemies to get shots in. Yeah, I think that this game pretty much showed how this tank is being played. It's a slow tank, it's a heavy tank, it only has 35 kph, it doesn't have any kind of camo, it has some decent spotting potential if you're using coated optics like I am. You might argue you might want to use something else like the Vert Stab or something like that, but I prefer to be able to spot, and yeah, I'm using the fire control system to actually try and improve the aim time over here. Other than that, yeah, it's a good tank. It's not the best, not the worst. It's the easiest tank to play with from the loot boxes. So it's gonna be useful for both noobs and people who are good at the game. It's not gonna necessarily be the best tank for unicorns, but I think it's like the name says, it's versatile. The only thing keeping it down is the DPM, due to the fact that it's an autoloader. So that being said, thank you very much for watching this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now.